Good morning all. Today we can start the next chapter, visualizing solid shapes. Okay, for that all of you take your textbook. Now all of you know we know different types of shapes. One is two-dimensional shapes and three-dimensional shape. Examples of two-dimensional shapes we know rectangle, square, triangle and circle like that. And examples of three-dimensional shape also we know. That is cube, cuboid, cylinder, sphere like that. And what is the difference of both? What is the difference of two-dimensional and three-dimensional? For a two-dimensional shape, there will be two dimensions, that is length and breadth only. Okay, that means for a square this have only side length, breadth or length. Just like for a triangle also, its length, okay, or height like that. But for a three-dimensional shapes, there will be three dimensions, length, breadth and height, okay, or length, breadth and depth. So, the dimensions with three or length, breadth, height, that is three, we can call them three-dimensional shapes. And two-dimensional shapes, that is plane shapes, they have only two dimensions. So, we can call them two-dimensional shape. This we know. Square, it is a two-dimensional shape and its name is given in the next column. Next one is this is a cone, see, three-dimensional. And next is cylinder, it is a three-dimensional shape. Next one is triangle, like that. Next, all of you take your textbook, this must to take. Next here we can see cube, three-dimensional, and a circle with a two-dimensional, cuboid. It is a three-dimensional, and sphere. It is also a three-dimensional shape. And all these above shapes are only single shapes. But we can see some in our surroundings, some shapes like this, a combination of two different shapes. Okay. That is, first one is, look, this is a tent, that is a cone surrounded by on a cylinder. Okay, on a cylinder a cone is surrounded. Just like this is a tin, this is a cylindrical shell. In a tin, inside that it is a hollow part, so it is a cylindrical shell. Not a solid cylinder, it is a cylindrical shell because inside of this tin is empty. Next one is a softy ice cream, a cone surrounded by a hemisphere. On the top it is a hemisphere. On the top of this cone a hemisphere is surrounded. Next, like a photo frame. Okay, a rectangular path. A photo frame we can take in the shape of a rectangular path. Okay, inner rectangle and another outer rectangle will be for it. Next, it is a bowl. This is in which shape? A hemispherical shell. And a tomb on pillar. Cylindrical. This is cylindrical shape surrounded by a hemisphere. On the top it is a hemisphere. Now we can match the following pictures or object with their shapes. First one, this is an agricultural field. What is this shape? An agricultural field. Shape is given on the other side. So this shape, how we can define? This is a triangular field adjoining a square field. Okay, a triangular field on the top. It is adjoining with a square field. That is here, a triangular field adjoining a square field. Next one is a groove. What is this shape? How we can see from this column B? This is a cone taken out of a cylinder. From a cylinder, a cone is taken out. Okay. Next, a toy. This is a toy. What is its shape? It's a hemisphere surrounded on a cone. On the top, it is a hemisphere. It is surrounded on a cone. Next, it's a circular park. A circular path around a circular ground. Okay. It's a circular path surrounded on a circular ground. Next, a cross path. A cross path. Two rectangular cross path made a rectangular path. Is a cross path. This way we can match that. That is very easy. Next we want to main thing in this. This is a small chapter. Anyway, one main thing here we want to discuss here is views of 3D shapes. When we look at any object, we can view it in three different views. From the top, when we look that object from the top and from the side, from the front, we can see different shapes. Okay, suppose this house, when we look this house, okay, from the top, when we look at this house from the top, what we can see? Only this part we can see. Okay, when we look from the top of this house, we can see only this part of that house. Okay, it is not possible to see that window and door like that. It is shape only we can see. So the top view of the house we can draw like this. Next, when we look this house from the front, this is the front view, we can see only this part. Then that time we can see the side view and top view. It is not possible. In this front view we can see only this part that is drawn like this. Okay, then side view. From the side view, when we look at that from the that house from the side, that time only we can see its window and this part like this. So side view we can draw like this. And any other object, when you look, take one example, one table. When we look at table from the top, we can see only a rectangular part on the top, and from the side view we can see its legs like that. Okay, into only a small rectangular shape. And from the front, when we look at that from the front, we can see another shape with a long rectangle shape. And consider this glass. When we look at this glass from the top, we can see only this as a circular path like this. Side view we can see only this. And as a glass from the side and front all are same, we can see side view and front view will be the same. Okay, this way we can find out any object. Okay, here another example is given. A brick top view will be like this. Front view, front and side view difference we can see. When we look at the front, this will be a small rectangle part. This part only we can see. And when we look at the side, then we can see this much part. Now, here this one solid made of 3 cubes. Here it is given a solid made of 3 cubes. And when we look at this solid, from the top, how many parts we can see? When we look this here only, we can see this 2 cubes like this. Okay, arranged like this. And when we look at the front, then it will be these 3 parts we can see front. And side view, when we look at from this side, then we can see only these 2 squares like this. Understand? Just way this type full you can find out like this. Study this. Okay, observe and study these 2 examples, and after that you can do these exercise questions. Okay, for each of the given solid, the 2 views are given. Okay, you want to mark which view is front view or side view or top view, that you want to. This is a object. Okay, a bottle, and this will be which view, front view or top view, that you want to write here. Just like this full you want to do as homework. Okay, thank you.